In this video, I have one of the best affordable phone from Moto. Today we have the Moto G Play 2026. The phone will be available in most of the US carriers such as Toro Wireless, Metro, T-Mobile, Verizon for very affordable price. In this video, I'll be doing unboxing and review, so make sure to watch the video in full because I'm gonna explain everything about the phone. I'm gonna show you footage for the camera, the main specs. We're gonna review the hardware by playing video games, so you guys watch this video. Also encourage me, give me thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And without any further ado, let's find out. Now, for those people always ask about the price will be varied. That depends where you purchase the phone from. Most of the prepaid carriers such as Metro, Toro Wireless, they're gonna offer the phone for absolutely free if you start a new number by visiting one of these carriers stores. Of course, the phone available to buy from big boxes such as Target, Walmart, Dollar General, and the price is insane, which is this phone cost me only $39 through Toro Wireless, and I believe if you buy the same phone with a Straight Talk Simple Mobile will be the same price. And now let's take a quick look on the main specifications, starting with the build construction. The phone will be built out of plastic for the frame. The back will be eco leather. The phone is water repellent, which is water resistance, not going to be water proof, which is a good addition for affordable phone like this. The phone coated with Gorilla Glass 3 in the front, so you guys not going to expect high material build construction. For the display specs, we have 6.7 inches, relatively large screen, 84.7 screen to body ratio. The resolution is going to be 720 by 1604. The display is IPS LCD, offer up to 120 refresh rate, which is great in my opinion. Also, the phone screen has 1000 nits at the most, which is bring good brightness level. And for the operating system, the phone loaded with the latest operating system as of right now will be the Android 16. And as you know, this is a Moto phone, so the phone has all the Moto actions, which is a great addition for the device. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly how long Moto will support for future updates, and I believe it's going to be up to 2 years for operating system for Android and up to 3 years for security patches. And I believe that's not going to be a huge problem. Now for the hardware specs, we have chipset from MediaTek Dimensity 6300 6nm, and I believe the phone is not going to provide high performance, but to certain level will be acceptable. Now the chipset built with GPU, we have Mali G57. The phone has SD card slots, you can add SD card. Good news from some people. The phone has only 64 GB for internal memory. Type will be UFS 2.2 with 4 GB of RAM. Now for the camera, and the camera is going to be a little bit sketchy. The main camera is going to be 32 megapixel, 2.2 wide, so it means we don't have ultra wide, we don't have the ability to do optical zoom. That because we have quad pixel. We're going to have one camera lens and we're going to have another quad pixel camera, which is not actually a camera, just to help the main camera. Now last thing will be the battery, and we have good size of battery, 5200 milliamp, able to charge quick charge 18 watt, means the phone will take from 1% to 100% around 1 hour and 45 minutes, and this is great in my opinion. And also Moto claims that the battery should last you for 2 days even if you use the phone in a heavy use. And now let's do the unboxing. Also, I'm going to share my first impression on the device and first impression about the package as well. This is, by the way, Toro Wireless branding over here. If you buy the phone from Simple Mobile Straight Talk, it's going to be a different logo, the same package. This is what you guys can expect. From Metro is going to be a completely different package, and Verizon, AT&T, and so on. Here's the main specs as I explained: the size of screen, the camera, the battery, and what Moto claims, 2 days of battery lifetime. Let's go ahead and open the box. We're gonna have the phone inside this plastic box over here. So what is gonna come with? SIM ejector tool, and also we're gonna have some manual instruction, activation guide, and here's gonna be the phone and USB-C to C cable and nothing else. The phone does not come with the charger, but if you wanna get the right speed for the charger, just make sure to get 18 watt or up to get the best charging speed for the phone. Now this phone look exactly same as the Moto G 2025, not much difference, not even any difference. The back look the same, and the power key here, volume up, volume down. And I believe Moto just reinvest with the same design of the Moto G 2025, which is, I understand, this is a low price or low end device, so they're gonna bring the price down as much as they can. Eco leather over here, so if you're familiar with the Moto G 2025, it's gonna be exactly the same feeling, plastic, and it's gonna be a power key, dedicated fingerprint. Also we have headphone jack, microphone, and 2 speaker, by the way. So we have stereo speaker, 1 to fire from the bottom, 1 from the front. Now I'm gonna turn the phone on, spend some time, and come back with more details and information, so stay tuned.
2,000 years later.
Now, after spending a little while with the phone, I will kick off my review with the design build construction. For the design build construction, nothing much to add here, as expected from a budget phone from Moto. Plastic frame, the back it's eco leather. It feels nice and it looks nice actually. The grip of the phone is not the best in these phones, that because we have a little bit of sharp edges, but if you buy a phone case, that should solve the issue. The speakers in the phone actually sounds really good. That was very surprising. The phone has also a power key dedicated with fingerprint, and it seems like works perfect with no issues, so I didn't have much complaint. The design in general, as I said, is not the best, as expected from any affordable device from Moto. Speaking of the display, the phone offers decent experience for the display. I'm being honest with you. The brightness level with 1000 nits helps a lot, so the screen is very bright. Colors are not the best, that because we IPS display doesn't offer the best experience like the OLED display, but the angle of view and the contrast and the brightness level is decent. What I like about the phone, since this phone is not high in the price, offer 120 Hz refresh rate. I'm being honest with you, the phone deliver very nice experience, and I love to see these budget phone now become standard 120 Hz display. Now for the operating system, as everybody knows, Moto use pretty much stock Android with some additions like the Moto Actions. If you are not familiar with it, if you just shake the phone, shake it back, will switch the flash on and off. When you twist the phone, also should take you to the camera, and if you use 3 fingers, the phone should also screenshot. And there are so many more of these action. I'll probably make dedicated video explain everything about the Moto Actions. Now what I don't like, the carriers actually, such as Total Wireless for example here, they load the phone with so many applications that I don't need, and I have to go one by one remove all these applications that probably I don't need to use, like they got Solitaire, Timo, TikTok, and so on, which is something will bother you. And there is another advertising thing, it keep popping up. As I said, you can disable all these, but like for me, it didn't give me the best experience, especially for the software. But overall speaking, performance, Android 16 runs great on this phone. The chipset was able to run everything perfect. I didn't have much problem with the phone. Now for the hardware performance, I'm being honest with you, I was a little bit surprised about the performance. Most of the video games I play, it plays flawless with no issues. Even Devil May Cry plays so good, and also I boosted the frame to 60 frame and the game was very playable. I had some issues with Need for Speed No Limits, that the frame start dropping. Something I understand, the processor also did not show a good score in Geekbench as expected, but you guys need also to know that Moto sell the phone as unlocked for $179, so I believe for that money I'm gonna spend. The phone has to have a little bit faster processor and better GPU, especially for people maybe they want to play some video games here and there. Also, what's not gonna help you will be the amount of RAM. If the phone has, like, you can boost the RAM, virtual boost RAM, which will help a little bit, but the biggest biggest issue will be the internal memory, 64 gigabytes, which is, in my opinion, not going to be acceptable for so many people, unless if you want to buy the phone, just download basic applications, you don't need to do much on the phone, then that will be completely fine. Now for the battery performance, the battery was a beast. That was expected from 5200 milliamp. On the phone, that's not considered powerful. The resolution only 720p, which is not much in my opinion, and the processor and the GPU and the chipset, they're not powerful, so you guys are gonna expect exactly what Moto says about the 2 days of battery. And I've been using the phone for hours right now. I only use 6% out of the full battery, which is, in my opinion, impressive. So definitely, if you're looking for a phone that gives you the best experience for the battery, maybe this gonna be one of those devices. The last thing will be the camera, and the camera is not too shabby. I will explain to you why. First of all, the camera will struggle taking or capture pictures under low light situation. Even if you have like light situation but it's not too bright, the camera will struggle big time. It's going to be pixelated, foggy, it's not going to be the best experience. Taking pictures outdoor also going to be no problems if you have enough light or under the sunlight, so that's something expected. Another problem that the phone doesn't have ultra wide. The phone doesn't offer optical zooming. The phone lack of at least 60 FPS to capture videos, is going to be only 30 FPS, and this is, in my opinion, not so good. Surprisingly, the phone has the capability to take slow motion footage, and they came up nice actually. That was quite surprising, but overall speaking, the back camera is struggle under low light situation. Other than that, if you don't care about macro, you don't care about ultra wide, then I believe you should be good. The front facing camera, actually another terrible camera that Moto has used in this device. All the picture came out, it doesn't even look real. You don't look exactly as what you look on the front facing camera. Also, the front facing camera struggle a lot under low light situation, and I don't think so you're gonna like how you look in the front facing camera. Believe me, if you purchase this phone and you capture a selfie picture and afterward you looked at it and you don't look good, not because you don't look good, that because the selfie camera in the Moto G Play 2026 is absolutely terrible. Now, overall speaking, the Moto G Play 2026 is not a terrible device. The camera is not the best thing in this phone, of course, but the battery performance is absolutely stunning. The display quality also is decent. The build design acceptable. It's water resistant device, put that in your mind. Hardware performance also is great if we take the exception of the memory only 64. But here is the catch. If you're buying the phone paying full price $179 from Moto as an unlocked device, I would say look to another option. I'm sure you're gonna find more options better than the Moto G Play 2026. But if you purchase the phone for $39, that's absolutely a great deal in my opinion. And that was very much it for that video. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Please encourage me, give me thumbs up, subscribe for more here on Variety Stick, and I will talk to you in another video.
I'm a really big hitter, big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back, 'cause damn, I was built to last.